Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have an absolute banger of a 2v2 for you. On the Axis side, I've got Ares and HulkSMASH, both playing as the Wehrmacht. And then on the Allied side, I have FutureNP playing as the Americans and Nub playing as the Brits. To help me manage all the action today, I have two guest casters, Fox and Czepis. Czepis, some of you may know, a longtime veteran of the CoH community, and Fox, just a simple combat veteran to help me provide some additional context to the gameplay. As always, we'll end with a build order breakdown and some match analysis, details and timestamps in the description below. And with that, let's get on to the video. Alright everyone, so here we got a 2v2 on Campbell's Convoy. In teal, we've got Ares playing as the Wehrmacht. In blue, we have HulkSMASH, who's already locked in Coastal Reserves, also as Wehrmacht. And then on the west side of the map, in purple, we have Nub playing as UK. And then in red, playing as USF, we have FutureNP. Alright, so we see HulkSMASH already gone for the Kettenkrad early. With me today, I got Good Ol Czepis and GreyFox helping me try to keep all the action on screen. 2v2 is a little bit more hectic than 1v1, so this should be interesting.
Hey,
Good.
Yo, what's up, guys? All right, Ares getting aggressive with the Kettenkrad in the middle. Interesting, he's already going for the victory point. I'm used to people kind of prioritizing fuel, but he has decent capping power with these two pioneers. Looks like he's going to get an MG out here shortly. And then you got the Kettenkrad in the north. So two Krads for double Wehrmacht should really help them maintain a lot of pressure. Interesting to see how HulkSMASH plays with the coastals. And so you've got Future already going two rifle squads. Try to get some pressure up the middle. Looks like a pretty standard opening here. You see Nub using the sappers to kind of block off some of the potential green cover there. A little bit of combat down in the south. Ares is double pioneers. His MG is not going to make it in time. And then you've got Nub with infantry section and more sappers. Yeah, the sappers are just melting those pioneers. And but they're going to go away. Yeah. That's wild. But here's the MG to save the day. Go for it.
It's interesting that he actually held against those Royal Engineers just like that. But they can pack a punch up close.
Yeah.
That was a misplay, I would say.
So one Pio goes down. I was hoping that the MG would be able to cover, but it doesn't do enough. On the north side of the map, you've got the rifle squads capping up. The sappers are going to flank this MG. He tried to cap off that fuel, but they're unsuccessful.
I don't think he's going to get that MG back up.
No, he's got to retreat it. You gotta imagine they're gonna designate defensive line on their fuel here in the north with HulkSMASH as soon as they get it up.
Yeah, I mean, especially all the time and effort he's dedicated to digging in on that position.
Yeah. But Future does have the high ground here. That MG will do some work. The MG42 just suppresses so fast. And he's trying to flank a little bit. You see good use of the like multiple lanes with the rifles to apply pressure and avoid the MG42. A good micro here from Future. Backing the rifles out away from the MG. Meanwhile, Nub is just driving Ares off over here. Ares went for a Grenadier, but they're even going to struggle against these sappers. Mass Coastals does survive the rifle push in the north.
Perhaps early grenades would have worked here in the coastals.
To help deal with the clumped coastals? Yeah.
Yeah. To make them go out of cover.
Yeah. But good use of all of the kind of the multiple lanes again with the rifles to kind of force off this MG, keep it less useful. And he is doing quite a bit of damage to these coastals. The bigger problem being they just don't bleed that much manpower. And meanwhile, you got Ares with his Krad capping up the VP on the far side.
Got the the MG to come up and support again.
Yeah, now the rifles are clumped up, and thanks to all this barbed wire, they're not going to be in cover, so that MG is going to suppress them pretty much immediately. Man, it is not looking good for the Axis right now. They are pushed all the way back. HulkSMASH has a 2-centimeter flak out. Yeah.
The enemy have taken our territory.
You see Future went ISE. His captain's already up front. Going to continue to put pressure on this machine gun. On the other side, Ares slowly working his way out of his base with machine gun and grenadier. And a 2-2-1. He's using the 2-2-1 to support HulkSMASH's push here. I think that's smart. They know they need this fuel.
We must counterattack.
And if I know Ares, he's gone mechanized, and so this 2-2-1 will be able to cap. And Sep, you're right. They probably, it's shocking that they haven't tech grenades. He's got a motor pull up and an AT gun out, but grenades would have been really helpful pushing that 2-2-1 off for sure.
The enemy has claimed our sector.
It's great. You usually get, at least for me, I usually buy them at around 10 minutes when I get something powerful out.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of, you kind of forget about them and prioritize something else.
Harry's prod is on its last leg here. Hopefully it doesn't run into a mine or something.
Oh yeah. Doesn't self-repair like the Weasel. Man, these sappers over here still doing work. Ares is going for Jaegers, which will hold up a little bit better against the sappers at range. But it's still going to take him a while to dig out. Which is, I think, why he is focused so much on supporting HulkSMASH. They've gotten their fuel back. HulkSMASH is also going Jaegers. So, looks like they may claw their way back. Future's got a Greyhound and Nub's got a Humber. So, Wehrmacht need to get some AT up soon, or they'll be in trouble again.
Hulk does have designated defensive line, but he hasn't activated any yet. Oh yeah.
We're gonna run down this machine gun. There it goes. And yep, Sapper's infantry section in close to grab that MG42. Meanwhile, you see the Axis kind of resetting on their fuel.
They're putting lots of sandbags around that field.
There's that stolen MG42. So both teams doing a good job of working together, right? You see a lot of like mixed color pushes, which is pretty important, even on a wider 2v2 map like this one. Here's the first Shrek squad out. You got a big allied push coming in. MG42 and Flak in the back to suppress. But this MG42, for some reason, not really engaging. The rifles are just going to run right past it. Humber and AT gun on the left. This 2-2-1's going to watch out. Yeah, Alan, I'm still waiting for that designated defensive line to come in.
It seems like he wants to put it on that fuel with all the entrenchment he's put on there. But
and there's the first bunker coming up. This Greyhound backing up. That's interesting.
Maybe he'll put it on the bunker. That way it's a little bit more secure.
You got a Humber chasing a Kettenkrad on the far side of the map.
There it is.
There it is. Okay. So now the Allies basically have to make a choice. Do they push them off this fuel and throw everything at it? Or do they work around it?
Like Ares might be going for an 8-rod too. Let's see.
Yep, there it is. Just called in. Good anti-infantry firepower. What's that?
So that's really going to help push back those other light vehicles.
Yeah. Especially with the AT guns in the back and the flat cannon. He's going to try to use the 8-rod to save the Grenadiers from the Humber. And it'll work. It'll push off. Wow, the 8-rod's doing work to that Humber.
Crazy strong. He might get the kill.
Yeah, there's an AT gun in the back, but it looks like he may be able to finish this off. Nope, he's going to be forced to back off. He uses the smoke.
Yeah, very aware that he was getting too close in there. So.
Nob does not have 18-8 still, so they might have kind of.
The Future's got a mortar pit going up.
Be interested to see if he gets a second one. Should be able to get one out here in a second here.
Another 8-rod. HulkSMASH has his first Whirlwind out. And I feel like here you're starting to see the Axis claw back, just in terms of combat power. And they got their fuel under control. And they're just generally winning engagements. The Allies kind of backing up to avoid losing too much in the way of manpower and resources. Nub's doing a good job contesting the north. He's going to get the Kettenkrad. MG and AT guns on the side. But Future's getting pressured pretty substantially here on the south side of the map. Right, Captain Mortar Barrage coming in on the MG to force it to displace.
I feel like this is something you see a lot with the Italian coastals. Is they're not as strong at the beginning, but once they start getting established, they really start to snowball on you.
Yeah, they kind of snowball using all of the abilities. The Humber's coming in, but the Humber's going to take fire from the Shreks and the flak gun.
Here's the second 8-rod.
Yeah, and so Ares over here doing a good job of applying pressure to the flank with the 8-rod. Jaeger's coming in to support. I mean, from like a tactical perspective, that's what you want, right? Is where you're forcing your opponent to fight in multiple directions, so it limits the ability of the team weapons to really constantly engage. MG in the back pushes off the British infantry sections. This flat gun is winning this engagement with the Greyhound, even though the mortars targeted it. That with the defensive line, it's just not taking damage. All right, and now Ares with his Jaegers pressing on the Allied fuel here.
Those 8-rods just took a little bit of a beating.
Yeah, like
He's got to watch that. Oh, there it goes.
what happened?
He lost his 8-rod to that AT gun.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's it. This is interesting that the Allies are really focusing on this defensive line. You see the preponderance of their push coming in here. You got a Scott coming out for Future.
You'd think you'd want to maybe try to circumvent it. You know, they're coming at it head on, which I feel like is where it's strongest.
It's a like high risk, high reward, right? Because you have to cap it to basically disable it.
Right.
But the Axis player, it only costs 75 munitions. So, I mean, you're not really taking much away from them when you do decap that point. You're just taking away the bonuses.
Right. Yeah, I would think it would be something that would have a time.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see when the next balance patch comes out, but as of right now, it's definitely kind of the way to play Wehrmacht. Like you suggested, so it looks like Nub has kind of stretched the field here and deal with some of these light vehicles with a couple of AT guns. Meanwhile, Hulk has gotten a Martyr out, so he's basically only going to continue to reinforce his position here.
That scout car's down to a sliver of health.
Mortar flare coming in. Looks like the Allies getting ready for another push.
Ares is he's unlocked building the Panthers in his base, and he's got the Soft Troop and Assault Tactics, so looks like he's just leaning in heavy to tier 4 at this point.
Oh, Kettenkrad goes down. That was providing a lot of vision in the back. Good use of the AT guns in the rear and a lot of shared sight. Oh, it was a flare from the scouts. That's how they're maintaining visibility. So really good play here from Future to apply pressure. And that's
Matilda now.
Hulk's Naval. Oh, that 8-rod might go down. The double 8. Nope, it's going to smoke.
saved him.
Matilda coming out to try to apply pressure on the north side. And then looks like Future's just going to try to hold. Oh, the artillery wizard coming in forces the captain away. This mortar pit's already vet 2.
He's bringing that scout car right up to the Matilda.
Yeah, it's not gonna do it, but it's gonna get away because the Matilda can't hit anything.
He's staying to fight though. It misses. Oh, okay, he hit him, but it wasn't a full-on penetration.
Yeah. A little bit of a breather. Ares has 2 squads of Jaegers over here. They're gonna go toe-to-toe with this Matilda. I feel like this is a pretty RNG heavy engagement. If Matilda gets a couple of heavy hits in early, yeah, see, not dropping any models right off the bat, it's going to have to back off, and the Jaegers are going to be able to pursue.
Jaegers there to support.
Yeah.
Retreats him.
Yeah. Another naval warfare barrage coming in from HulkSMASH, targeting these team weapons, and man, that hits hard. Those AT guns. Go ahead.
Sorry, Ares just finished his Panzer Company. He's got the manpower, but not a lot of fuel. So let's see if he brings Stoss trooping out, or if he's just gonna wait for a Panther.
We've got the Wrecker for Future, my favorite vehicle in the game. So it's gonna keep the Scott and the Greyhound topped off.
Got the zeroing artillery going on the defensive line. It's done though.
Lots going on here. So Nubs eventually he took control of the north, and now the Allies again are pinching back in the middle. Wehrmacht players just able to kind of hold the line here with DDL, maintain a pretty good army composition. The naval warfare is going to do work against all these Allied team weapons.
And here comes the Stoss troop for Ares, so that's going to help him combat some of these infantry that he's up against. He's got a very light vehicle heavy army right now, plus the Jaegers.
I wonder, so, you know, the Stoss trooping with the machine gun are still pretty capable. Considering the Allies, I feel like they have more team weapons than infantry at this point. If it might make sense for him to leave the stock machine gun on the Stoss trooping.
Seems like that's what he's done so far.
Matilda's making a big push here. Martyr in the back smokes the Scott, but Matilda's out of range. Oh, the Martyr might get the kill on the Wrecker here, or the 221. He's gonna go for one more shot. Double AT gun, salvo. Oh, the smoke gets it away. HulkSMASH just got a second naval warfare out. So they really are worried about all these team weapons.
Yeah, the Allies right now, I think a single bishop or maybe 2 bishops would do the trick and break the defensive line on the north side.
Really, it's breaking that bunker back there that I feel like they need.
Oh man, Matilda, the tear gas shot.
I'd kill the 221 though, at least.
The 8-rod's going to skirt around these AT guns. Oh, there it goes. It takes a hit. And, oh, they missed the salvo, and the 8-rod's going to get away.
HulkSMASH invested close to the wall, so I wonder if he's going to just start throwing mines down everywhere. I feel like that would be crucial as you get into the late game with these vehicles.
Yeah, definitely to punish overextension and these naval warfare barrages, but this mortar pit refuses to go down, and the engineers are going to hold it up. The Wrecker over here keeping all of Future's vehicles topped off.
It's Vet 3 already.
I know, it's insane. And then you've got the Vet 3 Ketten over here providing vision. You got this big standoff right here over the central VP. You know, Allies have a slight lead in victory points, but not a lot. And so this game looks like it may go on for a little while, especially if neither side's going to make big mistakes. Ares got his Jaeger blob over here on the side, starting to move, try to get a flank on this Matilda. There's a second Matilda out now for Nub.
We
This-
finally lost the scout car.
There we go. He's going to force the Matilda back with the Shrek volley.
He's got the manpower and the fuel for Panthers.
One Jaeger squad might go down here to the... Nope, he's going to retreat him off. Well-timed naval warfare barrage coming in to provide support. These Jaegers are going to have to back off soon in the face of all this infantry. And then the Wrecker is going to heal up this Matilda and just get it right back in the game. He did go for the assault package on the Stosstruppen. They're going to take the center. Yeah, that assault package also gives him camouflage, which gives him a pretty significant combat bonus. We're about to see that with the new DAC battle group as well, the ambush combat bonus. So really interesting. Foot guards coming in on a flank. Black gun pushes off the infantry section, and then this Werble will push off the foot guards. It is nice the Stosstruppen can just back up. Yeah, I think he's going to push it.
He's going to run right into that Matilda, though.
Yeah.
And now
The foot guards get away. The sappers also get away, as do the Stosstruppen.
Oh. The 8 ride almost got evaporated by the mortar pits. They're providing support.
Good use of the artillery wizard to try to force the sappers off.
they're right outside
man.
the circle, but they're still getting
getting
hit.
hit. Oh, gotta love when the indicators and the rounds don't match. Oh, and he almost gets the sappers on retreat with the naval warfare as well.
Oh, and there's a second pit here now, too. Oh, that's going to be so...
Wait, he's using the Wrecker to repair the mortar pit. That is brilliant. I didn't know you could do that.
That mortar pit's taking a beating. It might get
toasted. I think it's going to survive. The Wrecker just heals too
survive, I
fast.
Let's see.
There's the Panther.
Yep. 2 Matildas, 2 AT guns, but Panther bounces both AT gun shots. And now Jaeger's coming in to support the Panther. Continues to bounce shots from the AT guns.
Hulk is building a Panzer Grenadier company now, so he's not investing in Tier 4. So I think he's just going to continue to play Corvus.
One squad of Jaegers gets evaporated by Matildas. Oh, this Panther is suddenly taking some hits. He's going to back off to repair.
Lucky that one of those shots bounced.
Yeah. Seth, what do you think the Axis players do to break out here? It seems like they're struggling mainly with team weapons and infantry.
I see the Ares has does not have too much infantry. He might consider getting a mortar out to at least smoke the AT guns that block his vehicles. And I would say just more Stosstruppen.
Yeah, smoke's a good idea. Because if the AT guns have to constantly move, they can't be doing damage.
I think he's saving up for a second Panther, though.
Got a couple naval warfare barrages coming in. Yeah, he probably thinks he probably does need the anti-tank firepower. Those Matildas soak up a lot of damage. 3rd mortar pit now for future. So the Allies are content to dig in and contest the central VP. Oh, and there goes
alive.
the triple vet flat cannon goes down to several airburst barrages. Ares is contesting the north with the Stosstruppen.
Oh, it's got a sliver of health.
And they killed it.
That's
Nice.
gone.
Smart. Good use of the AT gun. Stosstruppen going to win this engagement in infantry section, so Wehrmacht is going to end up with a triple cap here.
Ares is actually going for a Brumbear. Interesting. Might work too. He's got high armor, and it can decrew AT guns in like 1 or 2 shots.
Now, I have to admit, this is where when I'm playing, I start to kind of fold. Because it's very hard for me to decide mid-game how I want to approach the challenge of dealing with like really effective combined arms like this. Oh, massive artillery coming in. Really trying to take care of these mortar pits. The zeroing artillery kills 1 mortar pit. Oh, Nub is lucky to take the infantry section. multiple naval workers. So Wehrmacht really going in on artillery. Oh my gosh. The Sherman immediately goes down to combined AT fire.
Ares just has a really tiny, really tiny infantry force. He should just consider saving up manpower to get more just fast trooping, I would say.
Yeah, his Brumbear is out. I think
give him a lot of like flanking power either.
Yeah. Now everything he has can camouflage between the Jaegers and the Stahlstruppen. So it looks like he's setting up for some sort of flank here. Meanwhile, you've got a Crusader out from Nub. Interesting choice. I don't totally understand that. I know it's faster than the Matildas. Maybe is he pop capped?
Hulk is floating a ton of manpower and fuel right now.
Oh yeah, with all the free reinforcements. Oh, this Crusader is done.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, there it goes. Meanwhile, the HulkSMASH push comes in. Two Panther and a Brumbear. And here the Wehrmacht are making their push for the central VP. More navals coming in, targeting these team weapons.
Nub is going for a 17-pounder now. Probably wary of the Brumbear and the Panther.
There goes the Martyr.
That Matilda, or the Martyr, yeah.
Man, there's just so much going on here. The Panther is starting to take some rounds from the AT guns. More naval workers coming in. Wirbelwind hit a mine. Is going to try to contest the south side, but it's getting pushed off. This Brumbear is going to start soaking up damage. Meanwhile, the two Matildas have forced off Ares force on the north side. Wirbelwind does go down. And the Axis have to come back and reset here. Although this defensive line does make it really easy for them to heal up and get set with a bunch of defensive bonuses. I think this is what makes it so frustrating for allied players, is you can win the engagement, but then you go to push in, you have to fully decap the point, and it just makes it very easy for the Axis players to just set up one point they can always come back to. It's like a forward retreat point for vehicles, plus with a bonus. Well, one bunker goes down.
Like they're not doing enough to counter these Matildas.
Matildas are tough to counter. Like he has a Panther out, but with all the team weapons and support, the Panther's constantly at risk of going down.
Right.
Future just comes up and steals an MG42. Just runs right up into DDL to steal it.
Yeah,
Recon artillery.
AT bunkers would help at this point, especially with all the manpower he's floating.
Yeah.
Matildas are hard to bring down from the front. It's got 300 frontal armor. For reference, the Panther has 330. So you might want to... It's hard to take them down when the player who has them is very conservative with them and does not push in too much, so you can't get on the side or anything.
Yeah. And Alan, to your point, Hulk taking some of that manpower, built a couple caches on munitions, built a bunker on the south side to try to hold that. So really, I think what he's doing now is trying to hold on to resources for late game and then make sure that they don't lose this defensive line. Another Wirbelwind coming out. Meanwhile, Nub's doing a really good job. Actually, both of the allied players are kind of like ratchet strapping their way in. You got a bulldozer coming in to attack the defensive line. But they're moving forward with these AT guns and Matildas. They've done a really good job keeping these team weapons alive. That's the between the half-track and the wrecker, keeping everything alive and on full health, and just trying to attrit the Axis forces out. Oh my god, mines everywhere on the south side. The engineers are finding them. Werble and a Martyr will help push off this Greyhound. More navals coming in on team weapons. Oh, and that Vet-3 AT gun goes down almost immediately.
On that with Guard Squad.
The Stahlstruppen going to cap in the south, but two Matildas going to come up on it. This is dangerous for the Stas trooping. Those Matildas do a lot of damage.
Here's the second Panther.
Oh, these Stas go down immediately. A second Panther. Yeah, they need it to deal with these Matildas, and they gotta find a way. I think Cep is right. More smoke in front of the AT guns. The naval warfers are doing a good job decrewing them, but with this half track here, they're just going to continue to recrew. So all you're really doing is trading veterancy. And that Panther, half of itself gone in one volley.
I don't see Axis coming back from this, but there's still 20 minutes to go. I mean, Ares does not have an army anymore, pretty much.
Yeah.
He's
His
getting
8-rod's still alive.
into a corner.
But yeah, I think he's just using it for vehicle detection at this point. They're really leaning on this defensive line. Naval coming in on these AT guns.
So many AT guns.
So many. And yep, he just got a third here. The veterancy is helpful. The med truck for repair.
17-pounder.
Is that
The
where's
range on that 17-pounder is absurd.
That's what it is. That 17-pounder.
Right there by that center VP.
Yeah, that's going to be nasty, even with the Panther and Brumbear heavy armor. Panther supporting on the south side here. God, I love the use of the wrecker. This is brilliant. Hulk's getting another martyr out. Now in the north, 2 Matildas going to contest the cap here. There's a Panther in support, and the AT guns are kind of out of the way. So here's, you know, answer your question, like, who wins, Panther or Matilda?
Oh wow, just bounces right off that Panther's front armor.
Yeah. The Matilda, the gun on it's only a 2-pounder, so it makes sense, but here come the AT guns in support. Grenadiers. Oh, he pluses up the Jaegers. That's smart. Using Grenadiers to cap. The Jaegers can support the Panther if they need to against these Matildas. Now, multiple AT guns coming in with the healthy Matilda. This Panther Ares needs to pay attention. Be careful here.
It's got more stuff.
Okay, Grenadiers might go down here. Yeah. And the Panther's going to smoke and back out. This is good, though. He is pulling Nub away from the middle, and I think Nub realizes that, and he's going to slide back in. Oh, the 17-pounder gets a solid hit onto the Panther, and the Panther is forced to back out really deep within that designate defensive line. A good use of the 17-pounder here. 2 bulldozers now for Future, and with the wrecker, they will almost always be at full health.
Back position. There to there.
Jaeger's trading shots with sappers over here.
I was hoping they'd get a Panzerschreck shot off and blow up that mine they just emplaced. These Stas troopers are just kind of hanging out in the rear right now. Is he going to bring them up?
To me, that looks like he set a rally point, built them, and these games, I mean, they're 33 minutes in, still relatively even in VPs. Like, fatigue, like mental fatigue starts to become an issue. Oh, this Brumbear, that 17-pounder can get another shot in, but it won't. There it is.
That Brumbear just took a big hit.
Yeah, but it's going to smoke. Ooh, Kettenkrad gets annihilated. Talk about overkill.
Oh my goodness, that Brumbear is 1 hit away.
Yup. But the naval warfare, it looks like, is going to decrew the 17-pounder. They'll immediately recrew it, but that's a good way of saving the Brumbear.
Yeah.
The mortar's doing damage to the Martyr and the Flackerling. The Wirbelwind. Now you got 2 bulldozers coming in. Man, it
combined arms push down here.
Yeah,
There
you've
it
got
is.
basically like both sides of the salient getting pushed here. Ooh, One bulldozer, if it doesn't back out soon, one more shot from the AT gun. Oh, but it targets the other vehicles. That bulldozer will go away. Artillery cover coming in. Martyr goes down. Brumbearer is at risk now. Now Matilda is again pushing on the north side to try to deal with the Panther and the infantry from Ares. 8-Rod does go down to the foot guards. One Matilda's going to take some damage, but with the 2 AT guns in the back, Ares isn't going to risk the Panther here. Second Panther comes in.
It's going to take some damage though.
Oh yeah.
He's got to move it out quick.
And then a massive artillery barrage coming in. Is that zeroing? I think that's zeroing artillery.
Yes.
But they're going to get out of the way in time. Oh no, those Jaegers.
Straight into it.
How? Oh, is that the friendly fire cap? Probably.
Right. Amazing that didn't just destroy his.
It should have. Meanwhile, Hulk's trying to make a counter push on the south side, but it's not really working here. Ares is going to take a minute and heal up these Panthers. Matilda's coming back. He could lose one here. No, he's going to back it off and activate smoke. I think as these Panthers vet up, they're going to become even more difficult for the Matildas to deal with.
He could have got a Panzerfaust hit on one of those from the side. That could have
The 17-pounder goes down again. That's the downside to it, is the Naval Warfare knows where it is. So anytime that thing shoots, Naval Warfare can just barrage it and decrew it.
Okay, Ares going for his third Panther. That's a good call, I would say.
Yeah,
Nob is floating a ton of resources. He can go for a Black Prince, but I don't think he's kind of tunnel visioned, so he doesn't see the fact that he can immediately get a Black Prince. Yeah, there you go. He's gonna get it as long as he loses some of his units because he's pop capped.
This is what's interesting is I feel like the Allies have kind of had the Axis penned in, but the Axis are actually up on VPs and they have both corners of the map. They have the north and the south side, so I think you're going to see Nub pushing more on Ares here in the north to try to flip the cap the other way. Yeah, the middle of the map is...
If you look at the amount of infantry killed and vehicles killed, the Allies are way ahead. But the Wehrmacht just keep coming back despite this.
Is this Matilda going to go down? No, Matilda's going to get away. Oh, no, they get it with the attack round through the smoke. Stoss Troop and eat a grenade, but they'll get away. Good use of the smoke by the Jaegers here to keep the AT guns from engaging, and now the third Panther comes out.
Now the Panthers are almost unscathed by that little skirmish. Can push in.
They are not the ideal force to deal with these vehicles. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Brumbearer goes down, so Future timing his push when Ares is occupied.
Yeah, Ares is lacking in sort of pioneers.
And no infantry at all. Can't really deal with that combined arms push if the Brits are able to mount.
These triple vet coastals just not taking any damage from the infantry section at all, even with the Bren. That's wild. AT gun. Oh, he's sacrificing this vehicle for the pop cap. He wants that Black Prince. And there it is. Black Prince on the field. Panthers going Matilda hunting. Oh, this is risky with the AT guns. But they don't engage, and now he's going to use the smoke as a sight blocker again. Good use of smoke by Ares here. So it looks like the Axis have kind of given up on the north and they're trying to push through the center. Oh no. Mine goes off. 2 Panthers really damaged. This Martyr on the south side is about to go down. Or maybe not. There it is. 76mm Sherman gets it.
2 Panthers with engine damage.
Yeah, some collateral damage to some of the mines when artillery hit.
Where did the 17-pounder go? Did it get pummeled by artillery?
It was here in the middle. I don't see it anymore. So I think, yeah, probably got destroyed. Maybe one of the Panthers drove forward and killed it. What's that?
Stops are down here flanking these AT guns. They pushed him back a little bit. Black Prince has been down there.
Yep. Allies pushing hard to try to get a triple cap, the 76 mil Sherman. At least he sees all the mines. But Hulk is going to push him off. Meanwhile, Ares working to try to get rid of this MG on the north side. Matilda, triple vet Matilda coming in to support.
I think that's Hulk's AT or MG he keeps running into. Jaegers have a smoke on cooldown. So
oh man, and this Matilda on retreat.
They might get a kill on the Jaegers. No,
one more shot. The rate of fire on the triple vet Matilda is just insane. Look at all this armor. The allied line.
Healthy again.
Yeah, anchored with the Black Prince. The 17-pounder that you can't kill with a naval warper.
Oh, immediate shot right into the Panther.
Yep.
One more shot, it might be in trouble.
And so both sides are going to get forced off. Airburst Barrage trying to kill this triple vet AT gun.
Anti-tank gun and crew are ready for orders.
Hulk doing a really good job providing a base of support here where they can test the middle.
These are still dead even.
Dead even.
75 points remaining for our forces.
This massive wall of AT guns. It's wild because they've been trying to naval warfare them out for the last 20 minutes. The Allies have done a really good job healing everything up and recrewing immediately with the half track. Looks like Ares is going to try a little bit of a flank with these Panthers. Stay out of the range of the AT guns and use the smoke. Oh, Black Prince taking some hits here. The Kettenkrad with the vision and the triple vet for the camouflage. I mean, that's super useful in helping your teammates line up shots. Alright, Ares making a push down in the south. Using the smoke to disable the machine gun. Meanwhile, in the middle, Black Prince Matilda is trying to keep the Axis from capping the middle VP. Panthers in support here, so good combined arms push in the north. And then Hulk just trying to hold it down, use AT guns to a trick. There we go. They're doing some damage to the Matilda and the Black Prince.
Stosstrooper just ate a big grenade from the foot guards.
Yeah. It looks like the foot guards almost go down. If the Grenadiers can get a grenade off on this machine gun, it's going to die.
It's got a sliver of hell. All it needs is one more shot.
There it goes. Panther is going to deal with this Crusader just fine. And it looks like the Axis will take at least a short cap advantage. There you go. Crusader dead again, shot through using the attack round to get through smoke. Now AT guns coming in. Good work with Ares managing both sides at the same time.
Taking the long way around on the retreat path.
That's my favorite. Yeah. There we go. They've got...
He's got 3 Panthers and a P4 over there now.
Oh, the P4 will help deal with the anti-infantry. Well, now Nub is completely spread out. Right? So the Allies... And that's allowing HulkSMASH to start to push Future back. Nub is trying to take this northern VP. The infantry are... Oh, they're going to get away. And the P4 goes down to the Black Prince on the flank. The Panthers push. Is that more zeroing artillery coming in? I think it's zeroing already to try to keep them
from recapping.
Yeah. But it's in the wrong spot. Oh, maybe not.
Zero. There it is.
There it is. Okay. Well, there go the triple vet zappers. Ketten goes down on the other side. Artillery cover or recon artillery coming in to threaten the other Panther. Incredible. This designated defensive line has not gone down once during this game.
Our cover is complete.
They really dug in hard around that point. I mean,
I think this map is really well suited to it because of kind of the centrality of those fuel points. So it allows you, one, to hold on to your fuel, but then to pivot really quickly. Stockstruppen should win this if the Matildas don't force them off. Panthers are going to have to back off. Those AT guns are in a good spot to contest. And the Stockstruppen have to retreat. So the Allies are going to last just a little bit longer. They're going to cap up this point. Meanwhile, Future just trying to hold on to the middle.
That MG42 to help cover down on this VP.
Allies make a brief attempt to try to contest the south, but that's not going to work. Alright, here comes a push in from Nub again. Matilda and Black Prince. Those Jaegers are gonna bleed a little bit here.
Just running right into these two AT guns.
Oh, the Panthers are gonna dive this Black Prince, rolling right past the AT guns. Good use of the smoke.
Wow.
Yep.
That Panther's gonna get away. No.
Oh,
one Panther goes down. Oh man.
Black Prince is down to one shot.
But this other Panther, there's no way this other Panther gets away. AT grenade shot the. Oh, but it's gonna get away. At least initially.
Real.
Well, Ares move it.
His engineers are retreated though. Yeah. He needs to
Oh, it bounces the shot.
Unbelievable.
Oh, it doesn't bounce that one. So it looks like the Brits will take control of the north, but now Axis really pushing on Future. It looks like Future's taking quite a few losses back here. This Panther's pushing the Bulldozer. And the Black Prince is too slow to help. Bulldozer goes down. You got
spot now.
Yeah. This 76 mil Sherman may go down to the Panther as well. Oh, he still needs one more hit. Another Sherman goes down. Axis desperately trying to capture the center VP. Werble goes down. Another 76 mil dead to the Panther. The Panther's going to back off and they're going to try to hold. Yep, they're going to cap. They flip the cap on the central VP with 3 victory points left.
Oh, there goes the Matilda. The Black Prince is one hit as well. Can you finish it off? It bounces.
AT gun bounces. Panther dies. Everyone's just throwing everything they have into the middle. Black Prince goes down. Everyone now throws. And look at all the artillery coming in on the central VP. Like both squads have decided, like this is where the game will be decided right here.
3 victory points for the Axis.
Desperate Crusader from Nob. Going for the middle now.
Oh,
both of those AT guns are being crewed.
I love this. Everybody's standing in the middle, shooting as much as they can. Oh, that Bulldozer's going to do work. Jaegers go down. But more infantry come in to contest the capture. Oh my god, all of the infantry just dying in the center. The incendiary rounds.
God. Is the 8-Rod going to cap it?
Oh, with the light vehicle capping. Brilliant. Oh, the Wrecker takes a shot. Oh my god.
Yeah, they're liking 18 now, the Allies.
After that whole game of them staring at each other, now it's just come down to standing on the center VP as long as they can.
Look at these purple winds coming in just to harass.
Future just lost all of his vehicles.
Nob still does not have 18 8s.
No.
50-minute mark, okay.
Oh my gosh. And there goes the GG. It looks like the Axis are going to win this with 3 VPs.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god, what was the body count you think in the last 30 seconds there? Like 60, 70 infantry just died on that center VP immediately?
Just kept ticking up. Hulk has so many infantry kills just because of those naval weapon barrages.
Oh my god. More AT guns coming up. Yeah, it doesn't look like the Allies have anything left to contest. They have a couple AT guns and some engineers. So this is going to go the way of the Axis. Wow. Holy cow.
Putting down a bunker just to
shore it up. Yeah, recon artillery in the south. Nub doing what he can over here, but he's going to try to capture with these sappers. They're just going to get melted by the bunker and the whirlwind.
Future trying to call in 3 rifleman squads. I don't think he's going to make it in time, but we'll see.
Oh my gosh. And Coastals versus Engineers in the center. They called GG, but they're still trying to grind it out. Nobody wants to concede here.
Face off between these.
The Stoss trooping.
Pretty hilarious.
Yeah. The Stoss trooping going to win it in the center.
Well, they walked right into that grenade. Just barely dodged it.
Oh my god. The Crusaders still fighting the whirlwind. It finally goes down. And that's going to be it. That's going to do it.
Holy smokes. What a match.
All right. All right, everyone. We're back. We drank some coffee and otherwise kind of rubbed our eyes after watching epic game. So we'll keep this kind of short, considering how long the match was. The build orders, you're going to notice they really only go about 10 minutes deep. After that, I feel like the players are just reacting to the situation on the ground. So we'll talk a little bit more about how they approach the late game. But what you saw from the Wehrmacht, pretty meta in terms of coastal reserves and mechanized. So for Ares, you had to start with the Krad, the Pioneers, MG42, and a Grenadier into the Luftwaffe company headquarters, so Jaeger, 221, and then some 8-rod Collins. For HulkSMASH, like I said, coastal setup, so Pioneer, Kettenkrad, a couple coastal reserves, an MG42, really started to dig in on that fuel, and then he went Luftwaffe company for the 2 centimeter flak, Jaegers, and Whirlwinds as well. He eventually side-teched the Panzer Grenadier company to get naval warfares out and AT guns. On the Allied side, Future started with a infantry heavy build for the armored company, so 3 rifle squads, infantry support center, Greyhound and the motor pool, AT gun, and then he got a Scott out, and then he started going for heavier armor. On Nub's side with the UK, ended up going armored battle group for them as well, starting with 2 sappers into 3 infantry sections, and then a Humber AT gun, and then from there you guys saw the Matildas and kind of the late game push. So with the build order covered, I'll push it over to Czepis, who's the best player of the 3 of us by far. Sep, what'd you see?
So I was watching the Brit and the Ares on for me it was south side. For you, I guess it was north side. So Nub had a very good start because Ares, he did not really have a good build order. He had a pretty weak and static build order. He had 2 Pioneers, one of which he immediately lost, and an MG42. Again, you can just flank around that MG42, and that whole build order is just gone. You can't really come back for like 5 minutes, I would say, after that. So Ares lost his side pretty early on. Then during the game, he had a pretty low army, pretty small army, I would say. Maybe saving up for more infantry squads. And then I noticed that from the Allies' perspective, around minute 15, they were fighting this emplacements, this entrenchment around the Axis fuel point on the other side. And I think maybe a bishop or 2 would have helped a lot there. It would have completely negated that static defense and pretty much just annihilated everything that doesn't move out of the way. And all the bunkers would be just dead and gone.
Yeah.
Okay, I think
that's a good point. It's interesting that like the player that doubled down on the artillery was Future with the mortar pits. And the mortar
Oh, yeah.
pits are relatively easily countered by the naval warfares. So they did good work, but you would think like Bishop's super helpful because they're so mobile.
Yeah, the American player noticed that he needs artillery. The British player did not. I would say maybe he was tunnel vision, maybe he was not in the game, maybe he was just messing around. He should have just gone for a bishop or two. And I noticed that during like mid-late game, everybody started floating a lot of resources. They might have just bought something, but they didn't, so that might have, swayed the game in their enemy's favor. And
Yeah.
they didn't use the resources they had too much.
I thought Hulk did a good job with that. Right, he noticed and started building down caches using building bunkers, which don't cost or they don't cost against the pop cap, right? So you can start to spam them. And yeah, I think you kind of saw that towards the end, the advantage of using all of those pooled resources. Alan, what do you got?
So what I thought was interesting was it almost seemed like, I don't know if they coordinated this or if it just kind of played out that way, but between Ares and HulkSMASH, it was almost like they separated their roles because the coastals are relatively inexpensive infantry, and so it seemed like he invested heavily in an infantry army and then got all those support weapons from the Luftwaffe company and the Panther Grenadier company, and then Ares went for the heavy armor and tried to get that Panther army out. So it was almost like they had mutually supporting roles, but I don't feel like it enabled them to like create like a hammer and anvil action where one could hold down a position while someone came in with the heavy flank, because they just ended up getting in this long drug out battle because Ares didn't really have the infantry army to support his armor whenever he would try to flank, and so it seemed like maybe that could have been a really good concept if it were coordinated better, and I don't know if that's exactly what they were going for, but it just kind of worked out that way. And obviously, I mean, they won in the end, but it could have been more decisive maybe if that had been coordinated better. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I thought the synergy that they were able to achieve was pretty effective. Ares at least, like, yeah, it wasn't the classic like hammer and anvil where he's able to pinch the enemy together, but he was really mobile. And so one thing that I liked about what he did was early game he suffered a bunch of those losses. But he actually ended up going to support HulkSMASH. So the thought process is, hey, they've almost got us base locked. Like, we can't give up this fuel, and we just need to hold out until we can get the designate defensive line and really allow Hulk to dig in and do some damage. And then that allows him to become more mobile. I see a lot of 2v2 players, they try to play it like two side-by-side 1v1s. And against a team that works well together, that can be really frustrating. I don't want to drag this out. The other thing I thought was really interesting is like that's the power of the defensive line ability that the Coastals have, is that the Allies basically had like both sides of the salient like for the middle half hour of the game, and they just couldn't push it off. So those defensive bonuses, the healing, the repairs, use of the bunkers. I will say, I think what made that work is Hulk continuing to hold the south side of the map and that high ground. If he had given that up, that whole position might have eventually collapsed. But because the Allies were forced to playing in the middle and kind of that valley in the center, they really couldn't get around, and it just became a battle of micro on the flanks to play for the VPs. Either of you got any parting shots?
Oh, I think that wraps it up for me. I mean, great match to watch, great match to.
Yeah, I appreciate
Great
you guys
match.
Hanging out. Well played to all four, Ares, HulkSMASH, Future, and Nub. Really, really excellent game. Thanks to you two for sticking around for 52 minutes of epic action, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.